Most people always think getting a six-figure job is about luck, or people you know, or sometimes connection. What if I tell you it's about how you tell your story on a single sheet of paper? Join me as I will be teaching you guys on how to get your first six-figure jobs and getting recruiters or HRs chasing you and trying to know more about you. For years, I used to send a lot of resumes without getting any feedback. In fact, all I ever get was, unfortunately, I thought my resume was broken, not knowing that I wasn't just speaking the right language at the right time. So today, I will be teaching you guys how I strategically get my first six-figures job. Dive in with me. So I'm heading to the library. I want to show you guys how to build a resume that will land you interviews and calls, and also land you your first six-figures job within 2 weeks. Trust me, this strategy will work. I've tested it. I've helped people in health, medical, engineering, creative, all types of industry to test run it, and it actually works for them. Trust me, and let's dive in. Yeah, guys, getting started, the first thing you need to do is to find a job posting. You need to read out the description. You need to look at what companies are actually looking for, and also in every resume that you're making, you need to tailor your resume to every job posting, because different companies are looking for different roles and different fits, right? And we have different types of industry. For example, you're not expected to submit a resume meant for marketing to a medical line. You won't get a job. That is quite sure, right? So you need to find a job description, look at what they actually need. Ask yourself, do you meet what this company is looking for? That's the question you should ask yourself. Then after asking those questions and you feel like you meet it, then you need to find a strategic way to put out your story that even if you read it yourself, you'll be willing to give yourself the job. Okay, what hiring managers are looking for is someone that is authentic, transferable skills, and what actually interests you, motivates you. So before then, also we have two types of resume that I know we might have different types, but most one that I like is chronological resume and functional. Chronological resume is basically used for career growth. If you feel like you have a lot of experience, or probably you've been working for the past 15 to 20 years in the same industry, boom, chronological role is the best for you. But if you feel like you've worked in different types of industry and you have different type of skills, you could use functional resume, because the way the template is, it's for transferable skills. You can put, it's more about accomplishment. Functional resume support accomplishments. What are the things that drive you? Are you the kind of person that actually gives results? If it's all about you have a lot of results and accomplishment, boom, functional resume is the best. As for me personally, I've always used functional resume and it has always worked for me. I remember a couple of times now that I've been to different interviews. What most of them ask me is that what are the things that motivate me, and what is one accomplishment that I'm actually proud of. So if you feel like you have a lot of accomplishments, this type of resume and template is for you. So first of all, starting from the top, we have first name and last name. I believe everybody has a first name and last name, right? So, you can just use Put your phone number, you put your email. Then you put your city and province. So now we're on the profile. In most cases, you'll be advised to put your LinkedIn. If you have a LinkedIn profile, you put your LinkedIn profile. If you have a portfolio, okay, let me do it this way. Yeah, if you have a portfolio, I believe everybody know what portfolio is. Portfolio is a link or a link generated from your site whereby you have all your works, all your material. If you feel like you have document or you want to, you have a lot more to say about you, the portfolio gives you the opportunity. In fact, you can even put your resume there, get to talk more about yourself, because basically for a proper resume, you can't have more than 2 pages, but having a portfolio link, you can get to talk a lot about your accomplishment, goals, and all. Yeah, so just put the links, boom, boom. So in the profile, first thing you have to start is that, what role are you interested in? How long have you been doing this? How does it connect with the job posting? Like, are you solving a problem? What's your experience and all? So I'm gonna put what the first profile, the profile should look like, and the profile bulletin shouldn't exceed between 5 to 7 bullets. All these shouldn't be more than 5 to 7. Take note, between 5 to 7. And also, when making your statement, you have to make use of adverb, details, and results. For example, analyzed, qualify, boom, boom. Then detail, like, you analyzed, boom, boom, boom. You can make use of numbers in between. But at the end of the day, what result did they achieve? It's just like you claim something, you need to have an evidence for it, right? So what is the evidence? So your statement should always come with adverb, details, and results. Or better still, just have it in your mind that you need to have claim and evidence. You did this, how? Then what did you achieve? Right? So I'm going to put what your profile should look like. Don't forget, your major goal and your main goal should be about solving what the company is looking for. And moreover, before even writing a resume, you need to do your proper findings about the companies, have an idea, you need to know what the company is lacking. I've been in a situation whereby before heading for interview, I had to do PowerPoint. I did a thorough investigation and research about the company. Then I did a PowerPoint. I approached them with the studies, with the branding, with the company brandings, and all. Then meeting my interviewer, I just told them that, this is me. This is what I think the company needs to improve on. I can provide this solution. I'm the perfect guy because I have so amount of experience in this. I do this. They will be impressed that this is the right person. They feel like they are not just working or hiring you, but they are also partnering with you. So you have a lot of potential. So the profile, this is what a proper profile should be like. It should look like. I have experience in brand grow. I help brand grow by how? Like how did you help brand grow? By you need to put claim and evidence like proof, which is adverb, experienced, produced, committed. You know, all those words. There's something called there's there, sometimes there's something called ATS, which has like because there's some company that make use of machines such as AI to automatically picked strong resume. So basically looking at a job posting, you need to look at like common words they use. Like okay, they say someone you good in this up to these years, analytically, excellence, copywriting, storytelling. You need to make use of this language they are using. You need to find a way to infuse all this language into what you are writing. Sometimes most resume takes about good resume should probably take about 2 to 3 weeks to figure it out. Then as time goes on, you can keep upgrading it and working on it. So yeah, it's about so the next step is education. You put your education experience probably right from maybe college or university. But one thing that you should take note while putting your educational background is that I will advise you to put most courses or what you learned in school and tailor it to how it has helped you in a particular industry. For example, let's say you are studying marketing. What courses is your program, or what courses did you take in your program, and how did it help your learning and understanding? You need to put it aside here for it to show that you actually went ahead to study, that you've had a lot of educational background in this role. Okay, so I'll put a sample of how this should look like. So this is how your educational background should look like. So imagine I went to a school. I said I completed coursework in marketing strategy, marketing research. It shows that this guy has actually learned a lot. He has an idea of what this role is all about. So next we are going to academic projects. Like what are the accomplishments you've had in school? What project did you do? What roles? What leadership role did you play? What are the impact it has having you? What happened? What feedback did you hear? Did you came first? Did you have an excellent completion in any project or assignment? Like what did you do? You need to put this here. Employers want to know that you are capable of achieving goal, meeting tasks. They want to know that you are result driven. They want to see how good you are. Okay, so I'm going to put an example here so that you can have an idea of how it looks like. So looking at the example I put here, when I was in school, we did a stimulation game powered by the Mundo, which is chocolate firm. My team company name was Cocolate. It was a chocolate factory. We came first. We have a surge market of now than 39% in surge market products. So we came first. It was a competitive market between two classes. We have about 16 groups, and imagine we coming first, and I took on the leadership role. So I was proud about this. Me taking the leadership role in marketing, even when it comes to pricing and all. And we still came first. Like it shows like you know what you are doing. You know, accomplishments like that you're proud of. Even if you have the best student in your school, or you took on this, or you are the class captain, you did this, boom, flex it, put it there. So yeah, now we're talking about experience. This experience is just like, what are the things, like experience, things you've done, like what role have you taken in the past, what job have you done. I want you to note something, that whatever job experience you want to put here should be tailored to the industry you are in. For example, assuming we are tailoring this job posting or resume in healthcare, whatever job experience you want to put here, and even the adverb, details, results, claims and evidence, the write-up, statement has to be tailored in healthcare language. Everything, so it has to be tailored in healthcare language. So whatever you are writing has to be tailored in the industry you are tailoring your resume to. Make it inspiring, motivating, be confident in what you are writing, and try to communicate. Don't forget you are a brand and you are trying to sell yourself with this. Okay, so I'm going to put a sample of how this should look like if you're writing one for yourself. This is how one should be like, or should look like. Basically, this is how one should look like. Then let's go to the next post, which is additional training, like additional training such as do you have any certification? Maybe you've once did LinkedIn Learning or HubSpot Academy, or any type of certification, or maybe CPR, maybe food and this, boom, 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 or maybe you have any certificate in any additional training. You should put it here. It's a bonus. Employers want to know that this person is always learning. This person can easily transist. They want to know that this person, can handle a lot. That's it. Just put it there. So I'm going to put a sample there now. This is what your additional training should look like. List of certification that you have. List as much as possible that you can. I know, looking at my page, this is more than like 2 page. You just have to put as much as you can, then we start tailoring it to the most important and effective one. So one thing I like doing again is, I like to put skills and qualification. It's just like me going extra mile. For you to be great, you need to learn how to be different and go the extra mile. But yeah, putting your skills and qualifications shows like the HR can easily, screen through. Oh, this guy can do this guy can do this. Sometimes most HR and hiring managers don't have more than 30 seconds to view a resume, like whoosh, imagine. So because of that, it's good to have skills and qualification. You just tailor it quickly. So I will show you guys how to put one. So these skills and qualification shows It's just like you going straight to the business. Like everything I've been saying throughout, this is what it entails in, there's a lot already. Looking at this, they say they want someone that can boom, 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 boom. In that case, you can put Meta Business Suits. Yeah, ads on Facebook, Meta Business Suits. Yeah, the same. You know, Analytical communication, just everything they are looking for, basically. So, so now we're gonna delete these. We're gonna delete these. So basically, we have. So basically, we have 3 pages right now, like 3 page right now for our resume. So what's next for us is to tailor it into. Yeah, we have 3 page right now, basically. What's next for us is to tailor it into 2 pages, 2 pages, into 2 pages. So what I do in this case is that first of all, you press Control A. You come to layout, then you go to let's check layout. You go to You go to layout and you go to narrow. Is it narrow? Yeah. Yeah, you go to layout and you go to narrow. So what this does is that it makes like the paper like big. It makes it more big. So next you start trying to rearrange. Try to rearrange. To tailor it properly. And anything that it feels like doesn't really sound right or it's duplicated, you remove it. You don't have to keep repeating yourself. So yeah, basically what you just have to do is to just tailor it rightly, remove unnecessary space that you think that it's not necessary. Remove them. And moreover, I like using these fronts. Yeah. So yeah. What I like to do here is that I copy for me to minimize space because your resume speaks a lot about you. It's your marketing product. So I have to make use of time and space rightly. So you copy these, then you go to layout, then make use of 3 column. So with that, it's gonna give you enough space. Do the same as this. Put it into 3. What's going on? Let's see. Okay, something is wrong somewhere. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Why it's different? All right, we can just remove this. Anyway, take that out. Oh, now it's affecting this. try this way, then okay, something is wrong somewhere. Anyway, so okay. So basically looking here, we have basically looking at it here, we have two pages, but I just have to do a little bit of tidy it up and all. We have two pages that talks and comprises of a lot, you know. I'm going to share a sample in the link in the description. You guys can get the template and example of how my resume look like just mine exactly. You're gonna get a sample of it. Then also, if you guys need a video on how to make a portfolio link, you know, so I can teach you that. And also I can also, if you also need me to make a video on how to make a professional LinkedIn, that would definitely get you a job as well. Let me know as well, because most employers will check your LinkedIn to see if it is active. You know, they will see how professional you are, even when it comes to corporate clients, because most employers make use of LinkedIn to talk to corporate clients. Then your portfolio as well, it has to be top notch. So I'm going to send a sample of mine. You guys can, check through the LinkedIn. Make sure you follow me. I will definitely follow back. Then you can check portfolio. You can make a sample as well for yourself. If you need any assistance, shoot me a text. I'm always ready to help when I'm here. I hope you guys are able to learn something. I hope you guys, make use of this step rightly, and I'm looking forward to hearing good news. Make use of this template. Same example got me my first six-figure job within 2 weeks. In fact, there are a couple of times, maybe jobs that I've applied to, over a while. I got a call from company. Are you still interested in these jobs? I was like, no. So I hope you guys are able to learn something, and see you guys on the next one.